you're not taller than me. How tall are you? I don't know, like almost 6'1". I was like, haha, I am 6'1". So tall.
Do you have a measuring tape? Can we see that live on camera?
I do not have a measuring tape.
Mm-hmm. This is your fun.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Chef Tyler's Croatian Kitchen. Today we'll be making Juha of Medvjeđeg, Luka I Graha. Or, what is this in English? Bear onion and bean soup. We got there. So here in the center, of course, we have bear onion, which does not exist outside of Eurasia. And it is kind of like a wild onion or like a ram. It grows in the wild. You can't farm this, you have to forage them. And their season is really short. It's like from the beginning of March to maybe like mid-April if you get lucky. They have this like, it's kind of like a really leafy, spinachy, but oniony thing.
Looks like a tulip leaf.
Kind of does look like a tulip leaf. And it has a really distinctive smell of garlic, which is how you know that this is actually bear onion as opposed to like a tulip leaf or something else, because that won't smell like garlic. And it actually literally is bear onion. The Latin is allium ursinus, which is like allium bear, which means it's related to onions and leeks and shallots, garlic, ramps, and all the other like really flavorful things in kitchens.
So these are only in Europe. What do you use if you are an American trying to make this dish?
You can find wild onion, use wild onion. If you could find ramps, that's also going to be similar. Or you could just really just sub this for a leek and you'll end up making like a leek soup. Of course the taste will be different, but it's as close as you'll get, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know. That means you have to come here in March to try it. They're also super cheap, like all of this was just €1. I'm adding onion to the soup because I thought it would need like a little extra like sweetness into it. I really would have liked to use spring onion, but I was being dumb and didn't save any for this, so that's why we're using regular onion. So this soup is with beans. We're using white beans because I don't want to really like try to affect the color of the finished soup. I want it to be a nice green.
And we're cooking in...
We're cooking in butter.
I hardly know her.
We have some croutons that we're going to add in at the end.
What are they made of?
Bread. And if you have cream, you can put cream on top like we did with the butternut squash soup. Like just drizzle it on with like little hearts. They're really cute. And salt and pepper, of course, because you need salt and pepper. So we're already going to use the stem. We're going to use all of this. That's not a really stemmy one. This is a really stemmy one. Yeah, we're already going to use all of this. All of this is edible. In this instance, for the soup, we're going to use the whole thing. But you could also use like this, just the leaf to make a pesto. In that place, you don't use the stem. All right, the soup is done really quickly. We're just going to go over to the stove and we'll sweat down the onions in butter. Then I'll tear off the bare onion, add them until it wilts, because it will wilt just like spinach. And then we'll add in the beans. You do want to use cooked beans, so that's why I have canned. If you want to use dry, that's fine, but make sure you soak them and cook them before you put them into the soup. You don't want to overcook the bare onion, so if you have to like cook the beans for like an hour and a half, by the end of it, the bare onion is going to like disintegrate, and we don't want that. So let's head on over to the stove where we will start cooking. So here we are at the stove. I've got my pot over here. I'm just going to take like a good chunk of butter, right? This much into our pan, not pan, pot. The onion directly in, and I should have poured over some of the salt. So we will salt the onion and turn the heat on. About medium low. We'll let the onion soften about 7 minutes. The nice thing about the soup is the whole thing is done in like 20-30 minutes max. And if you really want to like make this go faster, you don't even have to put the onion into it. Skip this part and then jump right ahead to where we put in the bear onion. So once the onions have softened, we'll go ahead and add in the bear onion. This I'm gonna take, and we're just gonna like take handfuls at a time, and we're literally just gonna like tear it apart like such, and add it in and let some fall on the floor. At this point, we're just gonna wait for it to wilt. Should only be like a minute or two. Get all of them in there. These are small enough, I'm not gonna bother. So once our bear onion has wilted, I'm gonna go and add in all the beans. and water to cover. In lieu of water, you could also use like vegetable stock or chicken stock. And at this point, we're going to let this come up to a boil, reduce for about 10 minutes, and then we'll bring it over to the counter where we will blitz. So, see you in a few. And after about 10 minutes, and the water has reduced, it's time to blitz the soup. Trusty hand mixer here. And just go until everything is nice and smooth.
Not a hand mixer, it's an immersion blender.
Hand mixer, immersion blender, it's the same thing.
Hand mixer is a...
No, it's not. Yeah, you're right. This is an immersion blender. So you basically want to get this going until you don't see any more flecks of the bare onion. Or they're just really, really small, because with the hand blender, you're really not going to get it all the way. Unless you stand here for like, 10 minutes, but who has time for that?
bare onion, why not clothed onion?
Because this is a rated R channel. Right. If you think the soup is too watery, you can always just put it back on the stove for an extra 5 minutes. Otherwise, it is ready to serve.
Finger in your soup!
Let's serve. So, got a handy bowl over here. And we'll just... I love the color. And you know what I realized? I'm wearing green. This was not intentional. It smells so like... It's not like regular garlic, which is like really pungent. It's a nice like milder garlicky flavor. Amazing. Kind of wish I did have some cream, but that's fine. I think 3 is good. And here we have Juha od Medvjeđeg Luka I Graha. Always a mouthful. And now let's go ahead and give a taste. I really love how green it is. I'm glad I'm using the white beans. If anyone tries this with a different color bean, let me know what the color looks like, because I was just not willing to take the risk. Well, that's not too hot at all. It's so it's really mild. Like a really nice and fresh, oniony, garlicky flavor, but definitely not overpowering. Like Caitlin was asking earlier if this was a don't kiss anyone after it soup, I think with how mild it is, you can totally kiss someone after this. Let's try the crouton. I should have really let that crouton soak a little bit more. And I don't think it was really all that necessary. If I didn't have the crouton, I feel like I'm not missing out on anything. It's a really nice soup. I'm gonna say this is the taste of spring.
Would you say that it's delicious?
I would say that this is delicious, yes. So this was bare onion and bean soup. If you liked what you saw, please hit like and subscribe. And as always, go with a day.
So he's pronouncing it plural.
Which is the American pronunciation.
And then he says, it's because it's spelled P-L-A-U-R-A-L. No, it's fucking not!